The bit for the fretboard has arrived finally, so we can now start cutting up the fretboard, or putting the slots in the fretboard rather. So I have everything set up. I'll just put you here on the tripod and get a view of how this goes. This will be making 24, 25 frets. I can't remember how many I'm cutting now. But let's see how this works out. That is the first pass. I'm going to make 2 more passes to get the slots just a little bit deeper. This was just kind of the token pass to make sure I'm in the right place. So it looks like things are all lining up right. I'll go through 2 more passes and come back when we're all done. All right, I was making the second pass, and you can see how fine that cut is. Here's a little pick that I use, cleaning out the sawdust. So it's a very, very fine cut. And it was going along very, very well, but I went a little bit too deep, put a little bit too much stress on the bit. And when I got down to here, I broke the bit right there. And in fact, there's the remnant of my bit. So I'm going to have to order another bit and resume this cut, but of course I'll be taking much lighter passes. So I was going down 1 millimeter at a time here. Clearly that's too much for that little bit to handle in Wenge. So we'll do that again, probably going about 0.5 millimeter at a time. I want to get down to, can probably go down 2.5 millimeters, maybe 3 by the time I'm done. And yeah, we'll see what that does. Probably 2.5 millimeters. Anyway, you got to get another bit, so I'll be back when I've got a new bit ready. Cutting these frets has been far more difficult than I anticipated. Primarily, I think, because of the bits that I selected for my little spindle. So last video you saw, well, yeah, I think it's the last video you saw, I broke the bit down here on this fret here, and I had another bit around that I found in a kit. It was actually a not a cutting bit, it was a diamond tip bit. I thought I would use it, but it broke trying to take off 0.5 millimeter, and it broke before I got through the first fret. So today I picked up some actual cutting bits, and there's one in here that I'm going to try. So I'll load this up in the spindle and let's see how that works. I'm just going to be doing a full pass, taking off 0.5 millimeter. So let's see how that works out. This is the new bit, and I've slowed down the rate of travel a little bit. far, so good. I'll put you on time lapse for the rest of this. So that worked really well. The bit that I have in there is actually a proper milling bit. So it went well. So I'm going to drop the bit down another 0.5 millimeter and go at it again. I'll do that off camera, come back when that's done. And there are the slots cut in the fretboard. I have a little minor issue. I don't know if you can see right there, for example. When the tool lifted out of the slot and went over to this slot, it wasn't quite high enough and just kissed the surface of the fretboard. But that will come out with final sanding, so I'm okay with that. So next I get some frets and we'll see how they fit in those slots. Probably should have done that first, but yeah, we'll see how it goes. Anyway, I'm going to call that a video for today. This has been a very long and protracted process to get this far. So I thought I'll end the video. At least you can see what I've been up to and how things are progressing. And I will see you on the next video.